Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. And today I'm gonna be going over trades that have lost me a combined total of around 16,000 rep. So these trades were absolutely awful. Now, the reason I even did these trades, the first one, I was very young. I was about 11 years old at the time. This first trade took place, 11 or 12, probably around 12 years old. I was very young. I didn't know anything about trading. So basically, all I did was I looked at the values of the items and I simply accepted the trade. So, first disclaimer, you may see a big black box. I do not want to expose any of the people in this video. Therefore, I put a black box edited on there. Because I don't want these people, even though, well, the first person here did get banned, and the second person, well, it wasn't really that big of a scam at the time. It was actually, for a long time, it actually went in my favor. Only recently, well, it's kind of more relevant with this one. And the third one, however, that was a scam. I still, even though they did technically scam me. I'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes. It wasn't like, I still don't want them to get like harassed or anything. But I'm going to explain each and every one of these trades. So this first one here, obviously, Roblox Madness Face, back 2013, was first released, I believe, in 2013. I'm not 100% sure, for 100 Robux. Again, this is back when I was a noob. I was still like a noob to trading. Actually, I was a complete, I probably was less than a noob. I was like, I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't even know what trading was. I did not know what wrap was. I didn't even know that limiteds, I thought you could just trade anything. I didn't even know limiteds were the only thing you could trade. I didn't know at the time, I really only thought limiteds were just to show off. I just thought limiteds were like more rare. I didn't realize you could trade with them. So this first trade here, I was completely clueless to what I was getting myself into. So obviously all these items combined have only 1879 value right now, and the Madness Face obviously is 9,000, which is about 3.5 times more. No, wait. 4.5. Yeah, about 4.5 times more. Or so. My math may be wrong. I don't really care though. It's still a hell of a lot more than any of these items that I received. I gave an item worth so much more than I received. So obviously that was an absolutely awful trade, and obviously the reason I did this, technically it was no, it wasn't really a scam. It was just somebody that wanted to get, because at the time, again, this item was worth much less than all of these. So I was like, oh, obviously I'm gonna accept this. Look how much I'm gaining here. I'm getting so much free Robux. I'm like, my mindset was I was getting so much free Robux from this, basically. But then obviously I did not understand the value. I did not understand the fact that this thing was raising so much. I didn't notice that it was raising in price so much. Because if I just open this link, obviously I think that black thing will still be there, but whatever. Sorry about that. I apologize for that. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this right, but it's kind of been stable over the past 180 days, honestly, but it's kind of gone up and down, but yeah, it's kind of gone down. But actually, at one point, I'm not even joking, it's kind of stabilized at a bit of a lower number now, but at one point, I'm pretty sure this was up to 13,000 value. So at one point, I was losing out on pretty much like 11,000 value in this one trade alone. It was absolutely crazy. I was so butthurt for the past couple of months now, because I just realized only recently that I've gotten into trading and I know what wrap is, how utterly terrible this trade really was. So again, past this trade, obviously complete noob, and this actually isn't the end of this trade. You may think I actually lost. So truth is, I didn't actually lose this many Robux, right? See how like almost 2,000, 9,000, It's a loss of about 7,000 Robux. I actually did not lose that much. I actually lost about 8,500 Robux. I lost even more because I actually traded away all. Look, the items, they're the exact same apart from the Robux. I traded all the items away for an item worth 618 Robux. And I recently sold that for 1,100. So I got roughly 700, 800 Robux back. So this, which is worth 9,000, in the end, I only got about 700 Robux for it, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, I actually made a trade with this guy, and I traded away all the items that I got from this trade for this item, which again was worth probably more than all these items were, combined. So like the time it was obviously a good trade, but now it's awful. Like you may think this is a horrible trade, but it gets even worse. The fact that even this would be awful. Like obviously losing that much, but the fact that I lost even more than that is crazier. But now we got probably the worst of all in the time I actually got into a projection scam. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about as well by projection scam. So this item right here, the 2010 Roman candle. So, well, before I get into that, I'm going to explain this trade. So these three items, which at the time, this was about 1,000. These two were about the same. However, this item was worth a lot less. This item was worth about 4,000 at the time that I traded this. Again, you could tell because of this item. It's a super recent trade. Again, I got scammed. This is actually before I got into rap. Even at the time, even though this was just a couple months ago, I still did not know about rap or anything. I did not know anything barely. So really, I guess you could say that if this hadn't have happened, I probably wouldn't have got into trading. So maybe this was potentially a good thing. I still doubt it, but yeah. I was on the trading hangout by Merely, which is a very common trade play. This is when I first started, looking around, getting into trading and stuff like on YouTube. I started getting into trading guides, and well, I didn't really watch any of them. I just seen something that said go on trade hangout. I always want to call it Trade Hub, but it's Trade Hangout. So I went on there. I met up with some guy. He told me that he'll send me a trade, and he said I'll be really happy with it. So I looked at the trade, and it was this one. It was about 6,000 worth of items for 8,000 worth of items. This was worth 8,000, and I'll show you. I'm not even crapping you. Look, it was worth 10,000 at one point. However, I'll get into the projected thing in a second. So it was worth 8,000, so it was an obvious steal. So I accepted it almost immediately. That was probably the stupidest mistake I could have possibly made. I accepted it without knowing anything, and before I knew it, probably not 24 hours later, the item was down below 2,000 rap, and I was absolutely crapping my pants. Because I just realized I got absolutely scammed. And when I tried to message him, tried to be really sincere with the message as well, all he did was simply deleted me off of his friends list. So super unfortunate, but again, maybe this is the reason I got into trading. Maybe without this, I wouldn't have got into trading. But yeah, so now a little part about projected. So projecteds are individuals that buy items. Again, I very much apologize for the black thing still being there. I'm not really that good at editing. Kind of just slapped it on OBS. Couldn't be bothered to remove it, so I very much apologize for that. But projecteds are basically items that are bought for a ridiculously high price. Like for example, if you scroll down here a little bit, somebody would buy this for about 20 grand. This Jacob guy selling it for 20 grand, somebody would buy that and the wrap would absolutely explode. The wrap would absolutely explode. And then that would be called a projected item because it got projected into a price that it really isn't. So then what players can do if they have this item, like 2,000 players have this item. So if it gets projected, then those players can actually try and scam people with it by showing them trades that look absolutely like an absolute steal. Like players can you know, they could trade this. Let's say it gets up to about 10,000, like it did here. They could try and trade for something that's worth about 6 or 7,000, and then like there's no way people are gonna resist that trade because they're gaining about 3,000 Robux. So that's basically how projected scams kind of work. They get, you know, the item gets projected, and players like me, unknowing players, well, you get super tempted by the fact that you're absolutely getting an absolute steal, you know, obviously an absolute steal, but it's just a really awful trade. So before this video ends, I just want to apologize again. I'm still very new to making videos, so if this video seemed like I was going over multiple ideas very poorly, my editing is maybe poorly, the video quality is probably poorly, I just want to remind you that I am a brand new YouTuber, so don't go too hard on me in the comments if my video is pretty much just full of ranting and all that stuff, so don't go too hard on me. I hope you enjoyed this video though. I hope this enlightens you, and hopefully it makes some people happy that I made some bad trades that may not have been as bad as this one, and I really do sympathize with people that have trades that are somehow worse than these. Like combined, like these, bro, these are like 16,000. If I didn't make this trade or this trade or this trade, but really this trade or this trade, I would be actually pretty rich. I would probably have over 20,000 wrap. Currently, I'm at about 7,500. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you had a little laugh out of it. I don't really mind if you laugh at this. I kind of laugh at it myself just because of how absolutely poor my decisions were. So if you didn't find any enjoyment out of this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new to my brand new channel at this time. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.